Literally every single YouTube travel video that you've watched on this channel has been made on my trusted DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I've been using this for almost 3 years, and as a solo travel content creator, it has been an absolute game changer. However, it's not a camera that does not come with its faults, which is why I was rather eager to get my hands on the latest DJI Osmo Pocket 4. In this video, I'm going to be comparing the differences between the Osmo Pocket 3 Creator Combo and the Osmo Pocket 4's Creator Combo. There will be some differences, and let me just tell you ahead of time, not all that I'm happy with. Additionally, a lot of the videos that I've seen online have really been more on the technical side. I don't know about you, but I am not a professional videographer by any means. So I'm going to be outlining the differences in more layman terms, which means a little less talking about the camera's 1-inch sensor, technical mumbo jumbo, but instead a little more about the value for money that you get in the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 Creator Combo versus the DJI Osmo Pocket 4 Creator Combo, as well as comparing audio and video footages between the two devices. So if you're a little less technical like I am and are wondering if it's worth upgrading from the Osmo Pocket 3 to an Osmo Pocket 4, well, guess what? This video is for you. Let's get into it. So right in front of me, I've got the Osmo Pocket 3 Creator Combo on the left-hand side and the Osmo Pocket 4 Creator Combo on the right-hand side. Price point-wise, I believe the Creator Combo sets are fairly similar at the point at which I purchased it. Of course, by now, the Osmo Pocket 3's Creator Combo price has dropped as the latest model has come out, but at the point when they first came out, the prices are actually comparable. I like some of the upgrades, but I didn't like some of the differences. Let's start with what I like. The camera itself is actually identical in terms of dimensions, which is actually a good thing, as I've actually purchased several gadgets over the years, like for example this little magnetic clamp that allows the camera to kind of stick onto any magnetic surface. This attachment on the Pocket 3 still works on the Pocket 4, which is awesome. The surface on the Pocket 4 is a little bit different than the Pocket 3. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. I think it's actually better. It's going to allow you to have a slightly better grip of the Pocket 4. Another thing worth noting is that the Osmo Pocket 4 comes with an inbuilt 107 gigs worth of internal storage. You also get the newer and smaller Mic 3 in the Pocket 4 Creator Combo. We're going to test out this 3 later to compare the sound differences between the 3 and the 2, which comes with the Osmo Pocket 3. But personally, I already like how much smaller this mic is. The Osmo Pocket 4 also comes with a separate light attachment that attaches onto the camera like so, allowing you to light up videos as you're filming them. In itself, not such a big deal, as I already purchased a similar light attachment for the Osmo Pocket 3 from Amazon for just 17 bucks. That does exactly the same thing. But what's more interesting is that the light attachment has also necessitated DJI to add on a magnetic clamp here to the back of the camera that opens up the possibility of them adding more accessories in the future. But let's now talk about what I don't like. Starting with the light itself, it actually is not chargeable on its own. And when you clamp it on, it lights up by drawing battery from the camera itself. From a design perspective, I get it. But when you're traveling, it just means that the light is going to be unnecessarily draining battery from your camera. The Osmo Pocket 3 also comes with a hard case that allows you to protect the camera as you're on the go. I've always thought it was a bit clunky, but at least it protects the camera. But you don't get that with the Osmo Pocket 4. Instead, you get this weird, they call it a gimbal clamp that attaches on, that's what it looks like, attaches onto the camera like so to keep the gimbal head in place. Looks slick, but personally from experience, that is not going to protect the camera a lot, or at least not as well as the original hard case. The Osmo Pocket 3 and the mic also both used to be chargeable by the same USB-C cables. Whereas now for the Mic 3, you actually need to charge it using this new adapter, meaning that you now need to bring a whole other cable when you're traveling. A little inconvenience, I know, but I personally like to bring as little as possible when I'm traveling. That's a minor inconvenience. What's not minor at all though is that the Osmo Pocket 3 Creator Combo came with a battery handle that extends the life of the Osmo Pocket 3. That, however, does not come with the Osmo Pocket 4. They've tried to subtly take this away, but as a travel content creator, this was literally the first thing I was looking for when I unboxed the DJI Osmo Pocket 4. And if you wanted this for your Pocket 4, you will need to purchase it separately, and on DJI Australia, this is going to cost you another 99 Australian dollars. And yes, I am aware that they claim the Osmo Pocket 4 has a better battery life, but is it though? That really remains to be seen. And even if it did, would you be comfortable heading out shooting all day without a battery backup? With all of that being said, the DJI Osmo Pocket 4 could still be worth the upgrade if you're getting a better video and audio quality output and also a better overall user experience. And that leads quite nicely into this next section of the video where we're going to be comparing the video and audio quality output of both the Osmo Pocket 3 and 4 in the horizontal 4K and the vertical 3K. And by the way, the biggest critique that I've seen online about the Osmo Pocket 4 release is that the vertical video is still not in 4K. But does this really matter? Is the video quality still better? Let's now bring this camera out onto the field to test them. This is the horizontal video in 4K 30, aka the default setting for the Osmo Pocket 3 and now for the Osmo Pocket 4. Yes, you can bump it up to 60 for higher quality, but that's going to take up more memory space, which is why I predominantly film in 4K 30, making this the most realistic comparison. Speaking of default, this is what the vertical videos look like in the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 versus the DJI Osmo Pocket 4. The default setting is 3K 60. As you can see in both the vertical and horizontal videos, the differences in quality are, in my opinion, barely noticeable. But this is going to change when we start looking at its low light performance. I brought both cameras with me to a brunch and filmed videos indoors in a slightly darker environment. And I don't know if you can see it, but when you compare the 4K horizontal footage between the Osmo Pocket 3 and then the 4, you can see how the Pocket 4's footage is noticeably sharper. The same holds true, by the way, for the vertical video formats. But in case you still can't see it, let's now test out both videos in the night, because this is where I think the Osmo Pocket 4 really outdoes itself. So much so that I don't think I even need to label it. This is the Osmo Pocket 3 horizontal video 4K 60. And then this is the 4K 60 video for a DJI Osmo Pocket 4. As you can see, the difference is night and day. The same thing again holds true for the 3K 60 videos for DJI Osmo Pocket 3 versus a DJI Osmo Pocket 4. But I promised earlier on in the video that I will also compare the mics, and so here's some on-field comparison footage. This is the sound quality that you can expect from a DJI Mic 2 that comes with the Osmo Pocket 3 in an outdoor, not too noisy environment. And this is the mic that comes with the Osmo Pocket 4 in an outdoor, not too noisy environment. This is the DJI Mic 2 that comes with an Osmo Pocket 3 in an indoor, fairly noisy environment. The DJI Mic 3 that comes with the Osmo Pocket 4 in an indoor, fairly noisy environment. What I've learned from on-field shooting is that the Mic 2 generally produces a better audio quality if I'm speaking directly into it like this. But both mics actually have a magnetic clip that's made to be clipped on like so. And when I clip on the mic like this and speak in a noisy environment, the audio can sometimes be a shot in the dark. Whereas the Mic 3, I don't think is made to be used like this where I'm speaking directly into it. The audio just sounds completely blown out, whereas I can see this being a lot more helpful if I have it clipped on like this, which by the way is the more realistic setup. So I would say the Mic 3 is worth the upgrade. With all of that being said, I guess we should answer the million-dollar question, which is if it's worth upgrading from the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 to a Pocket 4. If you currently have the Pocket 3, of course. If you don't have either and are thinking of getting one, if it's worth saving some money and going straight for the Osmo Pocket 3 instead. Well, I think in essence, it's going to come down to what you want to use the camera for. If you're using it just to capture day-by-day content or thinking of editing the footage to post on Instagram or TikTok, then in my humble opinion, you do not need the Osmo Pocket 4. As I've said earlier on in the video, I've used the Pocket 3 for close to 3 years and have been more than happy with its output. However, personally for me, there are two key reasons why I think upgrading to the Pocket 4 was worthwhile. Whilst the differences are compromisable or maybe even barely noticeable on a phone device where TikTok or Instagram content is consumed, a lot of the content that I capture ends up on my YouTube channel where you're watching this video right now, which is primarily watched on a television, which means every little bump up in video quality matters. 2. The Pocket 4 clearly outperforms the Pocket 3 in low light. And this matters because a lot of my content are vlog style videos that cover everything I do from the start of the day all the way to the end of the day. And so I do need a camera that can basically keep up. Long story short, the video quality bump up alone makes the Pocket 4 for me worth the upgrade. But what do you think? If you have a Pocket 3, has this video convinced you to upgrade to a Pocket 4? Let me know in the comment section. If you're a travel content creator or someone who just enjoys traveling a lot, I think we have a lot in synergy, so definitely subscribe so that we can go on more travel adventures together. And if you want to see some of my other travel content, head on over to my profile and browse by country. Otherwise, I do hope that you have a fantastic day ahead or that you've already had a good day. I'm gonna see you real soon in the next video. Ciao! Night and day. This is a 4K 60 on an Osmo Pocket 4.